Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Milton hit Florida, made landfall last night as a Category 3. So that was good. That's a blessing that it slowed down, de-intensified, and landed as a 3. I think it's now crossed the state, and it's still a Category 1, isn't it?
Yes, it's still a hurricane. The latest advisory from the Hurricane Center has it. It might be just off the coast or just on the coast. You can see their latest advisory, the cone of uncertainty there. Mm-hmm. It's right there along the coast of the east coast of Florida, the Space Coast there.
Yep.
Came ashore about 8:30 last night, south of Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
A couple counties
Tampa
down. Yes, it did.
So the guy who said Tampa will never get hit again.
I know.
Might be right.
I know. He may be right.
Might be right. That's kind of amazing.
It came tracking across. They were square in the crosshairs, man. And then, nope, we're going to go south.
Yep.
And Siesta Key, where, even as a 3, you're getting, it's
bad enough.
Really bad.
A lot of flooding, a lot of damage.
Yes.
It spawned a whole bunch of tornadoes, which took some lives.
Oh, yeah. I've heard anywhere from 17 to 30
tornadoes.
Yeah, and so I don't know, somewhere in the dozens.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
And I know they lost some lives from some of the tornadoes over on the East Coast as it was coming on shore in St. Lucie County, which obviously is not good. And we have, I think, like 3 million plus people without power right now.
Right.
In Florida. And, there's been, serious damage, right? Even Tampa Bay got, flooding from the rain and the wind, knocked out all kinds of stuff. Tropicana Field got the roof blown off, and there were construction cranes that fell down. But the storm surge that they predicted, of course, in Tampa Bay never transpired, but it did south of Tampa Bay and Siesta Key, where it came ashore. That, well, I was going to say was beautiful. It was going to be a long time rebuilding that, if and when they do rebuild that. It's a gorgeous place to be, just not yesterday and today.
Spectrum News 13 captured Milton's landfall, cut 3. Here's what that looked like. There it is, coming ashore.
Just a battering. It's just a battering. Like we said yesterday, and we talked about it at length in the past too. It just continues to come. It's not that everyone's used to the storm lasted an hour and blew over a tree. And no, it just keeps coming.
Yeah,
it just keeps coming.
So it's on the other side of the state now.
Yes,
right.
It's almost in
the Atlantic now. Yeah. In fact, by now might be.
Maybe. Yeah, by
in the Atlantic.
Later on this morning, it's gone. It's out in the ocean. The East Coast, some of Georgia and South Carolina,
which is really good that
Florida.
It's not going to travel back up the East Coast.
Sure is.
Over the Helene territory.
Sure is.
Can you imagine if that was going to be the case? Oh my gosh. Jeez.
It sure is. Oh, yeah, this is the tracking of the outer bands with the lightning strikes. Yeah, awesome.
Wow. That's amazing. Was that from the space station? Or is that just a satellite image?
That's one of the NOAA satellites. It's one of the NOAA satellites, yeah.
That is really something. Hadn't seen that before. That's amazing.
No, it sure is.
It would be cool if it wasn't so bad for everybody who's underneath it.
I know.
Because it looks cool.
It does.
It just isn't. And I know, and we've both been through hurricanes.
Absolutely.
Multiple hurricanes. It's not fun.
No, and you can quote
it's not enjoyable.
It is not fun.
Yes. You can quote both of us on that.
Absolutely.
It is not fun. It's hideous.
I was happy that I was not there. Obviously,
me too.
I've done, huge amounts of Operation Storm watches and covered all the storms, but it felt good last night. And I love Florida, but man, I was watching all the coverage, and I was like,
I love Houston.
Happy I'm not here.
Yeah,
I'm not there.
I mean, it's one of the main reasons that we are headquartered in Dallas rather than Houston. Because when we came back from New York, we wanted to go to Texas, and Houston was a consideration because it's fantastic.
It's a big city.
It's a fantastic place. But the humidity and the hurricanes.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're inland. So it's not a pleasant experience to have to worry about that.
It's not.
Every June 1st to November 1st. No, thank you. It's a nightmare, really.
I know. And
it's a nightmare.
And thanks to climate change, things are getting worse. So
it's actually not true, but you can go ahead and repeat it because it's what they always say.
It's October 10, and we have hurricanes still.
Yeah,
thank you.
So. Well, yeah, but that's it. It'll last until November 1st.
I heard someone say,
and once in a while after that.
Yeah, I heard someone make it last until the end of November the other day reporting, and I was like,
no. The ocean cools down too much to continue through middle of November or end of November, that kind of stuff.
But because the ocean is getting hotter,
the seas are boiling,
the storms will last longer. I don't know if you know this. I mean,
they're going to go from January through December 1st now. So look out.
I love that so much because then we get the ocean is actually cooling. So we don't know what to do. We don't know why it's cooling.
They have it both ways. It's cooling because of climate change, too.
Right.
It's heating up because of climate change. Right. Now it's cooling because of climate change.
Well, it's shifted the current. That's what happened.
To get us into climate change. I'm sorry. It's just agonizing.
Different now. That's from climate change.
Okay. All right. They have it both ways on everything. So you can't win the argument. It's ridiculous. But we had this story just this week, and it's not a good time to report this because people are getting hit hard by this and are suffering through it.
Yes.
2 of them in the last week. But
terrible.
This was a very abnormally low hurricane season. They expected 25 named storms. We haven't had 25 named storms. They expected 8 to 12, I think, major hurricanes. We haven't had that.
That's their every preseason prediction every year anyway.
Yeah, but especially this year, it was a dire prediction. It was like, we're going to get hit over and over and over. It's going to be really bad, more frequent, more intense, blah, 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 blah. And then we had these long stretches without anything.
Right.
Without anything going on. In fact, they were writing stories.
Why aren't there any hurricanes? What's going on? We want to scare the crap out of people. Where's the hurricanes?
Because it's really hard to push the global warming narrative when you don't have the hurricanes that they've predicted. I mean, from 2006 to 2018 or 19 or something, we didn't have anything. We didn't have anything hit the American coast. Right. So they were hard pressed. They didn't say a word during that whole time. And then when it started again, it's global warming. Okay. Oh, jeez. Where have you been the last 12 years when we haven't had any? I mean, almost virtually none. And now, of course, it's picked up again a little bit here toward the end of the season. And it's terrible when they do happen.
Sure. And Florida is going to be picking up for such a long time.
Yeah. Well, they've gotten hit by 2 of them now.
And and especially down south, even south of Siesta Key, where this came on shore, they were hit, 2 years ago? And they were still kind of picking up from that one. What was that, Ian? I don't remember. I can't remember the names of them. But, there was multiple storms that have come across there. And so they're still reeling from some of that stuff. And now they're getting hammered. They got a little bit of Helene down south and this.
And now this. Yeah. Man.
I know. And I did love Governor DeSantis. The man that a lot of people have said he should be president of the United States. Not me. I did not say that.
You didn't say that?
No.
Oh. Yeah.
But I know
I did say
he was
that.
questioned about the FEMA thing and what's going on, and he yesterday was awesome. He was like, I I mean, he really had enough. Cut 37. It was just like, no. We're in charge.
The storm is very dangerous, and we've been pushing for evacuations and whatnot. There's also misinformation out there that I think even a member of your team has tried to dispel online. I know the FEMA administrator brought up other reports of misinformation. I just want to know your thoughts on it.
What specific misinformation are you talking?
There was one. There was one tweet that was telling people not to evacuate because there was some collusion between FEMA and a security team that wouldn't let people back into their homes. That was obviously.
Guys, listen. I think most people are wise to this. You know, we live in an era where if you put out crap online, you can get a lot of people to share it, and you can monetize that. That's just the way it is. But if you're hearing something that's just outrageous, just know, in the state of Florida, none of that stuff would ever fly. So you don't have to worry about that. FEMA is not leading this show. We are leading this show here in the state of Florida. We're marshaling whatever assets are available to us. We're leveraging that. But certainly with people evacuating, in my executive order, I put in on Saturday that the default is you have a right to immediately return to your home following the storm. Now, there may be some circumstances that are not usual, but I mean, if a bridge is about to collapse, if there's real massive hazards, if there's active rescues going on, but the default is you get back. You can't just say, oh, we're just going to keep people off for 48 hours because we think it'll be easier to clean up debris. No. This is your private property. This is your home. You have a right to go back. So that's in our executive order.
I know.
That'll be something that we did, that we work towards to make sure that that's the case. It's important that people are able to get back. And I'd also note, we talk about the debris. You had all this debris, right? These contractors, some of them were doing a lousy job, others weren't. And we decided to take it on ourselves to go really search people and supplement that. But by keeping the landfills open 24/7, there was a lot of private citizens that were going cleaning up debris, bringing them back. And these guys got like Ford F-250s. They're bringing them back to the landfill drop-in. That was a huge help. So there's not going to be anything where FEMA is ever going to be able to keep you from your home. Be careful about the nonsense that gets circulated, and just know that the more titillating it is, the more likely somebody is making money off of it, and they don't really give a damn about the well-being and safety of the people that are actually in the eye of this storm. It's all just trying to monetize what they're doing. And I know there's been a lot of stuff about what FEMA's done in other states. Look, I haven't been there. I don't know. But I can tell you in Florida, we are leading this train. We're marshaling all available resources, federal, state, and we're supporting local. And that's the way it's going to be. So you can have confidence in that.
Why is that guy not our nominee?
I don't know.
I mean, bless Trump's heart. But this guy doesn't have the baggage Donald Trump does. Why is he not our nominee? I don't understand it, but he's great. He's great. Maybe, huh? What'd you say?
He also talked to looters and criminals.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty freaking cool.
That's good stuff.
Awesome.
Cut 5.
This is not going to be an opportunity for folks to take advantage of people. If you think you're going to go in and loot, you got another thing coming. You go into somebody's house after the storm passes, think that you're going to be able to commit crimes. You're going to get in really serious trouble, and quite frankly, you don't know what's behind that door in a Second Amendment state. So do not try to take advantage of people who are suffering because of the results of the storm. That goes for Helene continually, but then, of course, that will be the case for Milton. I know we've already brought a lot of people, held people accountable in post-Helene. And we will be very swift across all levels of government to throw the book at people. And, of course, when you make these bad decisions, you're opening yourself up to response from property owners who may be inside that house.
Love that.
Nice. Can we bring that last frozen shot of that clip up again, please? So I will say I hadn't seen any of the other governors start putting their hand signal person in a circle yet. And I like that. I like that a lot. They're usually down in the corner in a square or off to the side. I like how we've got Florida's got the circle now. We'll leave the hand person. The hand signals are in the person in the circle. That's awesome.
I don't understand the need for it with closed circuit television. With
just bring up the words.
Yeah, Is
The printout right there. Wow.
Yeah, you got the words right there on the screen.
Why do you hate the handicapped people?
I don't. I just don't see the need for the sign language.
I will say that circle did
situation.
seem a little big. I mean, we might as well make it a little smaller.
It's so distracting. Especially when you can put the words on the screen. You can read English, right? Put the words on the screen.
If you can read sign language, you can read English words. Absolutely.
I think so. I think so. But somebody's got a job that otherwise wouldn't.
No doubt.
I guess have one. So we got that going for us. But he's just no nonsense, and he doesn't take BS from these reporters. Like the reporter that asked him about
what specific are you talking about?
Like, for instance, the reporter who asked him about the one person who tweeted.
Yeah.
Wait, you're asking the governor of a major state in the United States of America about one tweet? Seriously? Come on.
Well, that's what he's like. Come on.
I know. Get over it. Jeez. It's like one tweet is going to change the world in Florida. People are going to start panicking because of one stupid tweet. Man, these people are ridiculous. Ridiculous. Have we shown the NOAA drone capturing the 28-foot waves?
Out in the Gulf. Yeah, it was awesome. Really cool.
28-foot waves out there. Oof, man.
I mean, this was like 40 miles.
They sent a drone 40 miles out?
From the eye. In the storm, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's Elderon drone, yeah.
Wow.
Not sure how far it was off of land, but it was 40 miles away from the eye, I think is the way it was reported. Anyway, that's inside the hurricane.
Yeah.
And
looks serious.
It does.
Looks serious. Fortunately, I didn't hear any reports of 28-foot waves coming into shore.
No, I did not either. And I did see one tweet that showed a boat that was supposed to be a ship in that storm. And I thought, I don't think it's real.
Oh, really?
I don't think it's real. Yeah, because it was showed all the rain and stuff smashing up against the ship, this so-called ship, but there was no.
That's another thing.
Up and down.
You don't know what's real anymore.
I know.
With CGI and with all the
other technology
fake stuff,
that we have,
the technology,
the
AI. Yeah, you could do that. You could easily fake that with
Absolutely.
AI. So, I mean, look what they can do on the Weather Channel. They can make it look like 30 feet of water is behind them. It's really kind of amazing.
Did we send? I don't know if I sent it in, but I saw where Kamala had called into the Weather Channel and she was bitching at them for we wanted them to make sure that they word things properly.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what were they wording improperly for her?
A stupid thing.
Oh, jeez.
She's terrible. We have so many Kamala
gosh,
clips,
terrible.
and she's just terrible.
Yes, she is.
Terrible.
There's no doubt about that. All right, I've got something exciting to share. You know, they say no one reads anymore, but we know that's not true, at least not for this audience. Our best and most important ideas are still captured in print, which is why we've decided to launch a premium quarterly magazine, Frontier. I'm holding the very first issue in my hands right now. This is a really beautiful magazine. It's awesome. Thoughtful commentary, stunning photography, original journalism that highlights the people who refuse to back down. First issue features work from Matt Taibbi, Chris Rufo, Mark Levin, Glenn Beck, and a lot more. It's not just a magazine. We're also planting a flag in the ground. Frontier is just the beginning, actually. As part of our new Blaze Unlimited membership, you'll get exclusive access to Frontier delivered right to your door, along with much more. As a founding member of Blaze Unlimited, you'll get a limited edition founding members card, the VIP event access, and the chance to have your voice heard. This membership is about joining the mission to defend free speech and uphold the American way of life. So join Blaze Unlimited today. Let's stand together and keep the spirit of America alive.
Pat Gray Unleashed is back.
All right. You were talking about Kamala being brilliant yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I sent it to them, but it doesn't. We don't have to get to it. I can just tell you that it's. She called into the Weather Channel, and one of the things that she said is, it's important that we not emphasize that downgrading is happening. The difference between a Cat 5 and a Cat 4 is pretty much the same.
No. That's not true. I mean, it's still very serious, but it was a Category 3.
How about you not worry about how the Weather Channel is reporting their reports?
How about you shut your mouth and mind your own business? How about you not tell people how to do their work? You want to be real with people. Yes, you want to warn them, and we did. Everybody was warning people to get out.
I mean, millions.
It's
Florida evacuated, 6+ million people.
Yeah, it was prudent to leave. But then it roars ashore as a 3 instead of a 5, which you were telling them the whole time it was probably going to be. And then they don't listen to you next time. If you keep telling them it's a 5, it's a 5, it's a 5, and you don't tell them. It's not. That's not helpful. That's not helpful for the next time.
Here's the audio.
That's why people don't evacuate.
If you're the Weather Channel, I guess you have to take the call. From Kamala.
Yeah,
but I mean, if I'm working on the Weather Channel, I'm like, not right now. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't. But this is her calling in.
The other point, Mike, that I would make, especially it came through on the briefing from the federal experts, it's really important that we think about the language that we're using to talk about what we are predicting. Because, for example, it has moved from time to time from a Category 5 to a Category 4. It's important that we not emphasize that downgrading has happened because, in fact, the difference between Category 5 and Category 4 in terms of the danger and the damage is pretty much the same.
Okay, you're telling the Weather Channel about hurricanes. Really?
Okay,
that's just insulting.
Thank you for calling,
insulting.
Madam
Like she
Vice
said, the
President.
federal experts.
Yeah.
Right. She labeled it.
Yeah, she did.
Experts.
She sure did. But when it's what was it at one point? 157, 160 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It made landfall at 115 to 120. That's a big difference.
Big difference.
It still will cause damage.
And which we talked
it's
about.
Still
it's still
dangerous.
It's terrible.
But that's a big difference.
Correct.
And you need to tell people that so that you have credibility.
Yes.
Next time. The reason people don't go anywhere is because you've been screaming wolf for years, and the wolf doesn't show up at their door.
And they're still.
So when that happens, they're like, "I'm not going anywhere."
Which
they do this every time.
Which happened, and they're still.
Yeah.
They're talking about getting over. I think it was more than 300 people were calling saying, "Come and rescue me," and it was either in Pinellas or Hillsborough County this morning already that had stayed.
And now they need rescue?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that happens.
I know.
And that's, see, now you're endangering
that's because of the Weather Channel.
The rescue workers.
That's because of the Weather Channel talking about it downgrading. I'll tell you that right now.
That's right. But, I mean, you want to be real with people and let them make up their own mind.
Yes.
It's going to be dangerous if you stay. And if you stay, you're on your own. And that's what they used to tell us in Houston all the time. If you get stuck and you don't evacuate, you're on your own. Nobody's coming for you.
Sorry about it.
Nobody's coming because it's going to endanger their lives.
Right.
So you're on your own. Okay.
But you do you.
Then, as an adult, you make your decision. Okay, I can live with that. Or you can't. And you leave.
But afterward,
one of the two.
You can't.
Yeah, right. Afterward, it's like,
cry,
I should have laughed and I didn't, and so please come get me.
No, sorry. Sorry. We can't.
We will at some point. Someone will be by.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe.
Then again, maybe not.
The Cajun Navy will stop by or whatever. Whatever form of the Cajun Navy is in your area. If you have people who are out on boats and they happen to drive by,
absolutely,
that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. But the original premise is, you decide.
Yeah,
and the decision
then it's up to you.
Yes, the decision.
You take
is
responsibility
what happens,
for it.
happens, and that's.
Yep.
You're in that. You're in it. You're in it. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's North Carolina where they have the Redneck Air Force.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
It's awesome.
The Redneck Air Force. I didn't realize so many people had helicopters.
Oh, can we talk about that? Because I've had like 3 guys.
I know it's a
email me.
side note from Kamala and Hurricane Milton ravaging Florida right now. But
how many people
during this Helene process? There's a lot of people that have helicopters. I want one. I'm really bummed that I don't have a helicopter.
Some regular helicopters. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, Blackhawk is
Blackhawks.
a military helicopter.
Sure
Chinooks are military oriented.
Oh, yeah.
So where are you getting those? I guess
You're picking them up on the,
I guess you can buy them.
eBay?
Right? I guess you can get them. But I've been told that you can't just
I've been
buy
told that too.
any kind of military weaponry.
How much is a Black Hawk on the market?
Are you in the market?
I am.
Oh, okay.
I am. I'm in the market for a Black Hawk helicopter. What do I gotta worry about that?
It's like the cannon thing.
You can't get it. You could never buy a cannon.
Yes, you can. And people still do. People have cannons.
And
they had cannons in the Revolutionary War. They have cannons now.
A Pat had sent us a picture of their parents' home.
Right.
Down by Joe Biden's house.
It was just a mile or so, or half a mile from Biden's house
and
in Rehoboth.
Big old cannon in the front lawn.
Right in the front yard.
Chilling.
Looked really cool.
Beautiful home.
Yeah, beautiful.
It needed a cannon. I will say that. They were right.
Yes.
I mean, this says
all right, so we can get
you can't even. This says I can't even get one for under $3 million.
Ooh, $3 million.
That's what this says. Now, I don't know if that's decked out.
Are we talking used here, or is that brand new?
No, I think it's brand new. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm willing to go
plus
used.
it's decked out, and it's got everything on it. I don't know. I didn't put used, so
I'm willing to go used as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a pre-owned.
Helicopter
I want a pre-owned Blackhawk.
Used. Yeah, I don't. Let's see. According to the executiveflyer.com, the average operating cost per hour for a Blackhawk per hour, $2,000 to $4,000 just to fly that thing every hour.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Ooh.
Yeah. Buying them is just the beginning. It's like a private jet.
Yeah.
Buying it is just the beginning. Yeah. Good luck on the maintenance there.
Doubt.
Yeah, you think the initial upfront price is hefty. Just take a look into what it costs to
and the upkeep,
maintain that thing.
We're getting even if it's a certified pre-owned Blackhawk, you're still got to worried about upkeep, right?
Yeah.
So this one looks like I can. How much is this one? I can pick up for $65,000.
Oh,
that's not bad.
That's
doable. Get you into a Blackhawk. The rest of these are all call for price.
So 6 figures or more.
But like this is an 85. Sikorsky Blackhawk. I'd like to step up a little bit older than a little bit newer than an 85.
85 is pretty old.
Yeah.
How much is that? 65,000.
Call for price.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
on the 85, I have to call for price.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I know. We'll get you into it though for a fair price.
Is it certified pre-owned? Like Carfax?
I don't know if this is. We'll find out when we call.
Okay.
We'll find out when we call.
Helofax. You got to check the Helofax on it.
Helofax.
Yeah. Tells you if it's been in wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But a lot of people have helicopters, is my whole point. I just didn't realize so many people actually have those big helicopters. Because there used to be a guy that I drove by his house every day here in South Lake, Texas, that had one of those little, 2-seater helicopters he'd park in front of his house, which was kind of cool.
Oh.
But these helicopters are not the little 2-seaters.
Those are big.
Yeah.
Big
they're
military
moving merchandise on them.
Yeah, wow.
I think Mercury One has like 25 of them. I don't know how Mercury One landed with 25 kilos.
Holy cow. I mean, good. I'm glad. Thank you.
Are they? I don't think Mercury
One
not Mercury
owns
them.
No, they don't own them, but
they're using.
They got a hold of 25.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I just didn't realize there was so many helicopters.
Yeah, I didn't either until this Helene rescue thing. It's amazing. In fact, some of them have been causing trouble.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have.
In the recovery process. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed, and we'll chew the fat with Jeffy coming up. tweets here. Flensborg B tweets, a blessing Milton turned down a bit. God bless Floridians. Yep.
Yeah, it turned down a bit, but it's still. I was amazed it didn't slow down. I mean, it actually sped up. That was pretty amazing. I mean, it was 14. It was 14 miles an hour, I think, out in the Gulf, and then man, it was up to 17. I think it was like 18 when it left the state, or got to the East Coast. I mean, so it's moving pretty fast. I don't know if that's because it was man-made or not. I'm just saying it was sped
up. From Mindy, where's the ice age that we were promised would be coming back in the 70s? It's a really good question. Didn't show up for some reason. I don't know why. It was the same problem, too. CO2. CO2 was going to cause the ice age. CO2 is causing the warming.
Right.
Okay. All right. Jimmy Dimples, seems DeSantis is really web savvy. To him, the web's not just a system of tubes, more knowledgeable than any given Paul in D.C., which is like being thinner than Michael Moore. But still. Yeah, still. Carol remarks, I love Trump, but why didn't this Hurricane Ron show up when he was the candidate? I don't know.
I don't know.
V. Dutch Mermaid, maybe DeSantis is not the nominee because he's needed in Florida.
Well, yeah, no question. We're very lucky to have him as a governor and someone who leads a state and pretty much this country. But it'd be nice to have him in the White House.
From Giblets, NOAA discovered large waves in the middle of the Gulf. How much did that cost the taxpayers?
I don't know that
Probably
that was
plenty.
NOAA. I think that was a separate company that sent that out there. I think so. I'm not sure about that. Okay. All right. There you go. So it was our money. Never mind.
From Tyler Morgan, it was NOAA? Okay.
Yeah, never mind.
Kamala's next move will be to tell Franklin's Barbecue how to properly cook a Texas-style brisket. Yeah, probably.
There's no doubt about that.
And from Rowdy Introvert, not going to lie, I was really wanting to hear the sound of the dropping metal membership card on the desk when Pat mentioned the Blaze Unlimited membership card this morning.
Right.
That's Chris's fault. He took it yesterday, hasn't given it back, and so he's got it.
And I'm just going to blame Stu. He's the owner of that card.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
All right.
I just take it from him.
How come we don't have
Yeah,
one?
why don't we have one?
It's still in the printer. It's being printed as we speak.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Company boy.
Pretty lame, but
it is.
Company boy.
It is. Company boy.
I'm just repeating what I've been told.
Okay.
All righty. Who's this Lieutenant Dan? Is this the guy from Forrest Gump? Is that who we're talking about?
Yes. No, it's this. Everybody says it's a homeless guy. He's not homeless. He lives on his boat in Tampa Bay.
Oh.
And he won't leave.
Is his name really Lieutenant Dan?
No, they call him that. That's his.
Well,
internet
actually, his full name is Florida Man Lieutenant Dan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So-
and that's his. And he's just become a star on TikTok and all social media platforms because
and he
won't
refused to leave.
He refuses to leave.
And
yes.
then the mayor has commented that they were going to arrest him if he wouldn't leave for his own safety. And then I don't know if
This
they
is
ever did or
America.
not. I don't know. I don't know if they ever did or not.
They did arrest him.
They did.
They did
Now that
arrest him.
Well, let's start with cut 11.
All right.
Here's Florida Man Lieutenant Dan refusing to leave.
Are you okay? Everybody's worried about you.
Who's worried about it?
It's all over TikTok.
Everybody, across the country. I'm gonna go live in a minute.
Are you gonna be okay?
I'm gonna be fine.
I don't think people realize you're so close to down. I mean, you could just get off if something bad happened. You know what I mean?
I'm not going anywhere because the safest place to be is on a boat in a flood. Okay, we learned that with NOAA. Everybody that stayed on land drowned. NOAA and the animals lived. So I'm fine.
Do you have any animals?
No, I wish I did.
Okay.
I used 2 females.
Well, you got all the news crews right here during the storm, so you can just, if you need anything. Everybody's worried about you.
I know, everybody's worried about me. Everybody wants me to get off the boat. People don't.
He's not
Being
leaving.
that I'm tied up to the cleat on the dock there, and it's secured in the concrete, which is secured to all this.
Okay, there's way too much wind. Somebody needs a windscreen on their microphone. You might want to clue them
I
in.
go up. As long as the water stays out of the boat, I'll be fine. And the wind is, if it's not a tornado, it's not going to get lifted up and thrown into Kansas. Okay, I'm not like that.
That's
I'm not
possible.
suicidal.
Yeah.
I'm putting it in God's hands and taking it out of mine and man's.
All right.
So I'm sitting tight.
And he said that before.
Well, like I said, we're all right up here.
Yeah.
So
All right, got it.
Yeah, he said that before. They've found him. He's got it out farther out away from the main dock there, tied up to one of the tying buoys out there. And we're going to find you in a Publix parking lot 2 miles in. Okay.
Again, it's his choice. He's an adult. He's an American.
But, who was it? Castor said that she was going to arrest him. I don't know. Do we have
Castor we have Tampa Mayor.
She's going to arrest him. And when I heard that.
For his own good. It's for his own good, Jeffy.
Okay.
Here's what she said.
Catch up with an individual who is riding it out on his boat. He's refusing to leave. That could be an outlier case, but I've certainly seen this in storm after storm where people do ride it out on their boats, which are their homes. What would you say to individuals like that who did not evacuate from zones A and B?
Well, that would probably take you right back to the statement that I made with Caitlin the other day. And we have tried so many times with that individual to get him off of that boat, and the officers will eventually just take him into custody and for his own good, because he's not going to survive in a sailboat in the bay with anywhere from 8 to 12 feet of storm surge. So,
are you saying he would be arrested?
Well, for Baker Act, for his own protective custody. And it may be past the point for that, as the winds are gusting out there right now. But those are the types of things that we just can't have in our community. We have been warned. We know what Milton is bringing, and we should not have any loss of life associated with this.
Well, you know what? It's his choice.
Right.
Sure is.
It's his choice.
And she wouldn't repeat what she said, but what she talked about is what she said, if you stay, you die. She, I was just remember what I said the other day.
So they did arrest him?
Yeah, they did arrest him, and then this is footage of the boat during the hurricane.
Okay.
Some will say that it was,
fine.
Good that he
survivable. No, I don't know.
That's
fine.
Pretty hard.
Look at he's fine.
If
he'd
he was
be fine
in that boat,
if he was
he'd
in
be
there.
fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
He's fine.
It would have been fine. He's inside the boat. Noah survived. The only people that survived was Noah and the animals.
Right. That's right. They were on a boat.
Than't you.
Anybody remember that? Might have been a
that boat's not sinking.
Slightly bigger boat than that one.
I'm sorry. That boat is not sinking. He's been fine. And even if he wasn't.
It's his choice.
Thank you.
He's an adult. And an American. And you don't have the freedom to stay home if you want in a hurricane. Really? Come on now. Come on. I mean, unless
they have the mandatory evacuations, they do sometimes go door to door, but most people they just usually just write down or put some kind of put one of those nasty little X's on your door, and somebody's here, so we know later.
Did we see a later image of that boat? Did it sink? I'd like to know if it sunk or not.
I bet it did. No way.
See if you can find that, because I'd like to see if it sunk.
Well, right now he's the talk of the internet, so I believe someone will update us.
Yeah, I'm sure they will,
because he's been the talk.
So once they let him out, once they let him out after the Baker Act, he's got to. Where's he going to go? Back to the boat.
Right.
As long as it didn't.
Well, that's where he lives, right?
Yeah.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Right. He's Lieutenant Dan.
Florida man, Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah. But going back to Jeffy, the Tampa mayor got a little weird yesterday because she said, if you stay at your house, that's your coffin. Clip 7.
Yeah, okay, so that's what she keeps.
I've said many times that you want to pick a fight with Mother Nature, she's winning 100% of the time. And individuals that are in these, say you're in a single-story home, 12 feet is above that house. So if you're in it, basically that's the coffin that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's their decision, Jane.
And did they ever get, and certainly not in Tampa. In Tampa Bay, they did not get 12 feet of storm surge. right?
No,
they didn't have a big storm surge in Tampa Bay.
They got 8 to 10 to 12 inches of rain, but
yeah,
no
they got
big
a lot of
storm
rain.
surge. Yeah, I mean, there's still
Right.
flooding, massive flooding, but there was a storm surge that they talked about. No, that happened
That didn't
down
happen.
south.
Yeah, right. Not in Tampa at all. So, but again, I mean, you should probably leave, but shouldn't it be your decision? Shouldn't it be? Unless you're 12, you're living on your own and you're 12 years old. Maybe somebody needs to help you make that decision. But the guy was what, 50? He's probably 50 years old.
And I believe he's missing one of his legs.
Oh, is he really?
From the knee down.
No wonder they call him Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, I believe you can see
because Lieutenant Dan was missing some legs too. So
on part 2, you can see him missing half of his leg, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Everybody's been worried.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I didn't even cut that line, that anchor that's holding me right here. I'm banging up against it.
It's been windy. It's a little bit of a down spot now, but you're gonna stay here though?
Yeah. I'm trying to get over there.
All right, we're over here if you need us.
Okay.
I mean, that's nice that they're concerned.
Yeah, and that's the news crew. They just keep doing checkup on him.
Yeah. It's nice that they're concerned. That is nice.
It is.
They did seem concerned about the guy.
Yes. Now, they might have gotten him arrested, but...
Yeah, they probably did get him arrested, which is not cool.
Not cool at all.
You can't arrest somebody just because they won't leave their boat. Can you?
I guess you can.
I guess you can.
I guess you can.
That's a weird situation, though, because if the man is old enough to make his own decisions, he owns the boat, he's made a decision, let him stay.
I know.
I don't know. Should you force somebody to leave? And they do have mandatory evacuations.
We know what's best for you.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's for your own good that we're arresting you right now. I'd be pissed. If it was me, that would piss me off.
Yes.
All right. Is your teen unsure what to do after high school? Well, then, this new 6-week life and career skills course from Praxis may be just what you're looking for. For the past decade, Praxis has helped nearly 1,000 homeschoolers and recent high school graduates launch their careers without college through their mentorship program. And now they're bringing their expertise to teens with their new course, Discover. Discover is a 6-week self-paced course designed to help equip teens with essential life and career skills like building a professional network, making money by creating value, and developing a vision for the future. Plus, it includes a coaching call, a free resume review, and a copy of their book, Don't Do Stuff You Hate. And now for a limited time, they're offering listeners of our show 50% off the course price. Use the promo code UNLEASHED at checkout, and you'll get $374.50 off. Visit discoverpraxis.com/blaze. That's discoverpraxis, Praxis, discoverpraxis.com/blaze.
Pat Gray returns.
So, President Braindead addressed the reckless promotion of disinformation yesterday. Thank goodness, because, man.
It needed to be addressed.
It needed it. It really did. You're cut 14.
Now, I want to reiterate a point.
Okay.
I made clear earlier today to the folks who have been impacted by Helene. This impact, and will be now impacted by Milton. Over the last few weeks, there's been reckless and irresponsible and relentless promotion of disinformation and outright lies about what's going on.
Like what?
It's undermining confidence in the people in Florida. An incredible rescue and recovery work that has been undertaken. Literally, there are thousands of fellow Americans who are putting their lives at stake and putting on the line to do the dangerous work that needs to be done now. And it's harmful to those who most need the help. Quite frankly, these lies are un-American.
What lies are we talking about?
There's simply no place for them. Not now, not ever.
What are you talking? Give me an example of the lies and the misinformation and disinformation being disseminated here.
One tweet, Pat. One tweet said, don't evacuate.
Yeah, don't evacuate. He's talking about the Helene victims, so he's talking about that FEMA's not there. FEMA wasn't there, that kind of thing.
Yeah, Glenn was there, and he saw, I think he said he saw one FEMA truck the whole time.
Right.
The whole time he was there. So FEMA's not really prevalent in the area.
They certainly weren't.
And everything that goes against the administration, anything that's said about them that is not glowingly positive is now misinformation and disinformation.
Correct.
You talk about dangerous, that's your danger right there.
Do we? Yeah, I mean, Peter Doocy actually posted a video yesterday that he was showing his receipts on the mis and disinformation, and it's not on my shot list. So,
we're going to go over some of that because that's incredible.
It's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good. He calls him out on his video, and it's awesome because
good for him.
That's exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're the danger.
Yes,
the government just trying to squelch anybody saying anything they don't like. They want to shut you down completely. These people would turn off the internet if they could.
Oh yes,
they'd just shut it down. If they get enough stuff they don't like, they'll shut it down. I don't have any doubt that that's in the cards if Kamala Harris is elected. That just can't happen.
Especially for the people that they don't like.
So then Biden addressed the comments about the Fed controlling the weather. Here's what
claims are getting even more bizarre. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the congresswoman from Georgia, is now saying the federal government is literally controlling the weather. We're controlling the weather. It's beyond ridiculous. It's so stupid. It's got to stop.
Have you seen the CBS report that we played yesterday?
Yeah, and
you seen that?
People were posting this alongside a 2016 clip of John Brennan speaking about how they were manipulating the weather, geoengineering the weather. As the CIA director, he was giving a speech talking about how they were geoengineering the weather. And so I'm just saying.
That's interesting.
And him denying it so strongly makes me want to believe that it's true. Just because he denied it.
Yeah, because it's so ridiculous to him. So out of the... When they've talked about it.
Yes.
They themselves...
Correct.
In the government have talked about it.
Correct.
So yeah, when they come out like that, it does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I mean, I haven't believed it at all until now. More coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Can we play that denial again from Joe Biden? How ridiculous people are. It's just silly. Why, that's ridiculous. You're morons. They're all a bunch of idiots. To even think that the federal government could control the weather. Can we play that? Where is it? I want to see that part.
Claims are getting even more bizarre. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the congresswoman from Georgia, is now saying the federal government is literally controlling the weather. We're controlling the weather. It's beyond ridiculous. It's so stupid.
Stupid.
It's got to stop.
It's got to stop.
It's got to stop. People like CIA Director John Brennan need to stop saying these kinds of things.
Often referred to collectively as geoengineering. That potentially could help reverse the warming effects of global climate change. One that has gained my personal attention is stratospheric aerosol injection, or SAI.
Aerosol injection, or SAI.
What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
A method of seeding the stratosphere with particles that can help reflect the sun's heat in much the same way that volcanic eruptions do. An SAI program could limit global temperature increases, reducing some risks associated with higher temperatures and providing the world economy additional time to transition from fossil fuels.
How wonderful.
This process is also relatively inexpensive. The National Research Council estimates that a fully deployed SAI program would cost about $10 billion yearly.
Yearly, $10 billion
As promising as
so
it may be, moving forward on SAI would also raise a number of challenges for our government and for the international community.
Like what?
On the technical side, greenhouse gas emission reductions would still have to accompany SAI to address other climate change effects, such as ocean acidification, because SAI alone would not remove greenhouse gases from the atmosphere. On the geopolitical side, the technology's potential to alter weather patterns and benefit
weather patterns
certain regions of the world at the expense of other regions could trigger sharp opposition by some nations.
Well, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
Why would they have a problem with it? It's beyond ridiculous.
And that was 2016, Pat.
Yeah, can you imagine how much further along? I was 4. I was 4 years old in 2016.
That's what I mean. So long ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
In technology-wise, we are a long way from 2016.
Yeah, who knows? They might have it down to the point where they can actually create and direct hurricanes by now. I don't know.
But that damn Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, man, that's beyond ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous. Somebody send Joe Biden this clip, please. Hey, dude, this was your CIA director. Okay? Yours and Obama's CIA director. Incredible. I mean, that's incredible. Are they directing hurricanes? I don't know. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know why they would do that directly at us, except to mess up the election. So Republicans can't vote in Florida?
Yeah, but that's so far-fetched.
But that's crazy.
Yes,
that's beyond ridiculous. Look, people know me. They know me. They know I talk like you speak, or do I talk like I speak, or
like
I don't know, something like that.
They know me.
It's just that people know me. Okay, so I can say anything I want.
That's right.
I can lie right through my rectal cavity, and it doesn't matter because they know me. They know me, and
sure, my family hates me, but the other people around me know me. They love me.
Right? Not my family. They don't know me. You know, the people who really know me are not my family.
No,
they don't know me.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Grandma doesn't want him as vice president. His brother doesn't want him as vice president.
But people know him.
But people know him. That's how he speaks. He talks like he speaks. So what are you going to do?
We also found out some news about Lieutenant Dan.
Oh, yeah. So Lieutenant Dan do we have Lieutenant Dan? Or is there a video, or we just have the info?
We can't play the video.
Oh, okay.
But Lieutenant Dan, if you play the last video of the boat rocking back and forth, that's actually Lieutenant Dan.
He's in there.
Inside the boat.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
he did not get arrested.
He did not get arrested.
Excellent.
He's in the boat.
He's in the boat. And they said,
if the boat is rocking, don't come knocking. Nobody's knocking on the boat.
Oh,
you see that right there? Nobody's knocking on it.
Well, we can't see anyone knocking. I mean, someone could be there, I guess.
I'll say this.
So it did not sink, and he did not die. He's alive.
It did not. It was not there. The boat did move.
Oh, I bet.
It was by the beach. It was like literally on the beach.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, really?
And people were yelling, Lieutenant Dan, Lieutenant Dan. And he's like, his little head just pops up. What?
I'm sleeping here.
I will say this:
great.
Water was up to his waist, but he did
in
pop
the boat.
Up in the boat, yeah, he did pop up
bet.
and said, "What?"
Oh, good.
So he survived.
He survived it.
Good.
He was right.
He was right.
He was right.
He's going to be fine.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Dan. He might go live because I believe he does go live on social media.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So he has access to social media.
I believe so. Yes, sir.
All right.
That's how people found him, through him posting on social media. So
that's fun.
That's awesome.
So he lived.
Good.
So this is America. He didn't get arrested for his own good.
The mayor wanted to, but then she did quantify on that.
It's probably too late.
Yeah, she wasn't going to send him out to get him.
Yeah.
Well, and I said, good.
Yeah. I wonder if that would. I mean, that was a wild ride though for him.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Oh man.
Ooh-wee. I wonder if he had his doubts. Wonder if he ever thought maybe I should have left. I don't know.
No, I knew I was going to be taken care of.
Probably not.
Questioning it.
Probably not. All right, got some tweets here. Not-a-coma tweets. So is the Blaze membership card like a certificate of authenticity? Asking for a friend.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes. John C. Garcia. Yes, I think Pat and Jeffy owning helicopters would be a great thing for all of us. Just imagine the possibilities.
I know.
You're right.
I was looking at some of the used helicopters.
From Groundhog.
There's some nice ones.
You found them for as low as $65,000, right?
Yeah, that was really old. I was looking at some newer used helicopters that we
gently pre-owned.
Yes, yeah, and they're pretty good size. That were $1 million to $3 million.
Okay,
so
it's a little pricey.
Little
pricey.
There's quite a few of call for price. So
yeah, so it's a lot.
Yeah.
Groundhog Baby tweets, I bought my Black Hawk in Afghanistan. Good price.
Oh, nice.
Wow. All right. Adrian Slade, I feel like Jeffy is going to spend the remainder of the show searching for certified pre-owned helicopters on the Facebook Marketplace.
That first break was nothing but looking at helicopters, man. I didn't realize there were so many, there were different sizes, different models.
From Stand Up Chuck, here's a good point. There are no Chinooks or Blackhawks powerful enough to lift Jeffy off the ground.
Why would that? Why?
I think because you have your own gravitational force, and
they're moving pallets of goods.
And as we've discovered, you move faster than the speed of light.
Right.
Oh,
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
See, I can get you into this 2002 McDonnell Douglas for $1 million, a little over $1 million. I could probably take $1 million cash because it's $1,095,000. That's not a bad looking helicopter.
$1,095,000.
Yeah.
Where do you get that price? I wonder.
For this McDonald's,
$1 million's not quite enough.
There was really nice.
$1.1 million is too much. I'm going to go $1,095,000.
There was a really nice. Oh, this one right here. Yeah, this 2024 Bell 407 GXI turbine helicopter, $4,799,000. That's a nice looking helicopter, though.
$4 million?
Yeah.
$700,000?
$799,000.
So basically $4.8 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I'll get you into that bad boy.
Wow.
That's a 2024, though. That's,
all brand new.
Well.
It's not brand new? It's used?
This is
So who bought it in 2024 is already getting rid of it? What's wrong with that thing? That would be my question.
That'd be a question.
What's wrong with your helicopter?
I'll say this. Dr. Phil likes to use his little helicopter past my house every single day.
Oh, there you
really?
go.
Oh, there goes Dr. Phil. Black helicopter. Yep, there he is.
It's a nice way to travel, man.
It sure is. Boy, he freaking uses it every day.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Does he live in your neighborhood?
He sure does not, but he works in my neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if he
studios are right
lets you
there.
keep it at Alliance.
Yes.
Yeah, see,
that's where he
that's
lands.
the thing.
Yeah.
Like you talked about, you spent the $4,799,000 on the 2024 Bell helicopter. Then where are you going to keep it? Because the HOA is not going to let you land that in the road.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, that'd be hard. Where would you put that thing?
I guess if you have a big enough place, outside of Alliance, there, outside of where Chris lives up there in Argyle or whatever, past there, there's some properties out there that you could land it on.
So he takes his helicopter to work every day?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty sweet.
That's really sweet. You don't have to worry about traffic at all.
Right.
Can you imagine?
I may have gotten to the flight tracker website, and every time I see, all right, where are you going, buddy? Oh, you're just going to Alliance. Okay, cool.
What kind of, seriously, I feel bad for him that he has to drive to Alliance to get to the helicopter.
It's a
he's got to be able to park that at the
3-minute
house.
drive.
Hey, you got to be able to park that at the house. You can't.
He might be parking at his house. He just, at work, he can't land in middle of 170.
No, but what is that where the studios are?
Yeah, the studios are right there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right behind
I got you.
the QT.
I got you. Okay, yeah, so he may be parking it on his property.
I didn't know that. That's where he is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
right
cool.
behind the QT.
Okay. I got to go check out the studios.
I didn't realize it was out there.
Yeah. We know a bunch of people that work there. So
we sure do.
Yeah. All right. Let me ask you a question. Do you think our country's going in the right direction? Or does it feel like everything's falling apart? If you're feeling
is that a real
alarmed.
question? Are you
Yeah, it's a
asking me?
real question.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, the answer to that is falling apart.
Yeah, you're not alone, Jeffy. In fact, Americans from all walks of life have taken action to prepare for whatever might be coming next. And that starts with having an emergency food supply. Storing food in your home is the right thing to do because we're living in crazy times. And, you know, how many things have we seen go wrong? How many different things can go wrong and do go wrong? From dock strikes to weather catastrophes to who knows what is coming next. All kinds of COVID. Oh, my gosh. Right now, you can get ready with a 3-month emergency food kit from My Patriot Supply. Now, that'll get you through almost any emergency. If it lasts longer than 3 months, we're really in trouble. So this gets you through to where things are back up and running, hopefully. But it features delicious foods like creamy stroganoff, honey wheat bread, and mushroom rice pilaf. The entire kit offers over 2,000 calories every day. This food kit lasts up to 25 years. Who knows what our country will look like when that day comes. But whatever it looks like, you'll be ready. Go to preparewithpat.com right now and order your 3-month emergency food kit from My Patriot Supply. Preparewithpat.com.
Subscribe to Pat Gray Unleashed on Apple Music and Spotify. Pat Gray Unleashed.
Triple 900-3393.
Okay, so you didn't want the 224 helicopter. It's a little bit too expensive. How
2024, yeah.
I get you into this 1982 Bell 206B.
1982. I don't want an 82. That's 42 years old.
It's in good shape, good running condition.
Okay.
$425,000.
$425,000 for a 42-year-old helicopter.
Well, that's been refurbished. I mean, it's certified.
What do you have for $2,000?
Yeah, nothing. That original story said you can get them from $6,000.
Yeah,
and maybe one of these
you can get
call
one that's
for
been
price
shot down in Vietnam for $2,000, $6,000.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you're getting one for a few $1,000s.
That's crazy.
For sure.
All right, we got some tweets here. Freedom to Be tweets. I just scrolled Facebook, and there's a government link to fact check the rumors about FEMA.
Oh.
And someone gladly posted and believed it. Of course.
Wow.
Of course. Jeffy's a national treasure tweets, gambling markets have Trump ahead in the race. That is information I can believe. Yeah, me too.
No kidding.
Me too. Polls have him ahead, too. He just pulled ahead in Michigan and Wisconsin. And I think he was a few points behind in Pennsylvania in one of these polls. But
yeah, he just rented Madison Square Garden, too. He said he's doing
a rally.
We're going to take New York.
Yep.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? If he wins New York, it's going to be a landslide. It's over. Yeah,
where we're at with the internet now, though. So during one of the reports, the weather reports yesterday, about the storm, inside the storm, there's a guy in Tampa reporting for looks like News Nation, and as he's reporting on Bayshore Boulevard, there's a jogger that comes jogging past him.
Yeah.
And that's the news report. The news guy doesn't say who it is. He goes, just the guy jogging out here today, and the storm is on its way. And somebody had posted online on X, it's QB Baker Mayfield jogging through Hurricane Milton just moments before it hit Tampa. And then, of course, the person seen jogging, this has been, we added context and fact check. That's not Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield. Well, no kidding. No kidding. No, if you thought it was Baker Mayfield, first of all, that's on you, dummy.
Mm-hmm.
But we know it was a joke.
How do you know? How do you know? Maybe it was Baker Mayfield. Why wouldn't he be jogging?
because he left with the rest of the team.
Oh, okay. That's why.
Been
that's a
added
good
to
point.
context.
It's a
He was
really
with the
good
team
point.
ahead of the
He's so
Hurricane.
responsible. He left with everybody else.
Thank you.
Zach Casey Anderson in Dubai. They do their own weather. What does that mean?
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
They've talked about cloud seeding and everything in Dubai before. Yeah, they have.
Oh, do they bring rain?
Does it work? I don't know.
Does it work?
I guess.
They still the desert. So
I need to
it
look
doesn't
into
work.
that. The northern desert manatee. And if the government can't control the weather, why are we funding climate change? It's a really good question. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Dave the Man. The government can control the weather. HARP, High Altitude Oral Research Project, which has been going on since 1999.
Yes, it has.
And they've been trying to control the weather, and the rumors are that they're successful at times. So I don't know. Who knows? We need to do a segment on this.
Yes,
we need to do a Friday show on this.
I have a feeling that you're going to ask me.
Yeah.
We need to get an expert to talk about this.
Yes, we do.
Maybe that Kaku guy.
Yeah, Michio Kaku.
What's his first name?
Michio.
Yeah, Michio Kaku.
Yeah,
he's on CBS all the time. He's all over the place. He used to be on Art Bell's show.
That's where I became familiar with him years ago. He used to be
but
on
he's
Art
a
Bell
legitimate
all the time.
physicist,
Yes,
right?
he is.
Yeah. So let's get him on.
Yeah, I'll reach out.
He's known for his light cone string field theory, physics of the impossible, physics of the future of the mind, and the God equation. So, I mean, he has a couple of ideas.
Yeah, okay. That should be interesting. Mitten State Woman tweets, which Friday episode will you cover the weather manipulation?
Coming up.
Hopefully this coming one.
October.
The Friday before Halloween would be a good time to do that. And from Lo and Behold, coming soon, Kexi cookies delivered by Cookie Copter.
Yeah, I like
great.
that.
That would be great. If I can find the $2,000 helicopter, that's happening. That will be happening.
I can get you into this 1981 if you weren't happy with the 1982.
I wasn't happy with that.
Get you into this. Oh, the 1981 is more than the 1982.
What?
Yeah, it's the Bell 206B. Same helicopter. What are we talking about? It's a year older. It must be in better shape. $525,000. Let's see. It's got more time too. What's going on?
What is happening?
What is going on? This guy.
Maybe it's better maintained.
I guess so. Or maybe he's a little
Maybe
hoping
it comes
to
with the
get.
pilot. Maybe it comes with the pilot.
Not for $525,000.
That's the other thing. Then you have to learn how to fly it, right?
Like
Which takes some time.
Front. Yeah, that's where it sits.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks good, doesn't it? It sure does.
Like to fly it someday, but can't.
I just turn it on and turn it off.
That would be such a great way to get to work, though.
Oh my gosh, it would be so good.
Oh my gosh,
so good. I mean, I see them from time to time flying over the Metroplex, and you don't know who's in it. It's you know if it's the rescue helicopters, but the personal helicopters, I see them flying over, and I get angry every time I see them. I want that to be mine.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a chance of it ever happening, but I want it to happen.
So Biden wasn't done talking about the federal government controlling the weather. He talked about it again. Cut 19.
Now the claims are getting even more bizarre. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, a congresswoman from Georgia, is now saying the federal government is literally controlling the weather. We're controlling the weather. It's beyond ridiculous. It's got to stop.
He's saying the same thing. He
Moments
already
like
said.
this, there are no red or blue states. There's one
Weird.
United States of America where neighbors are helping neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Volunteers and first responders are risking everything, including their own lives, to help their fellow Americans.
Is that the fake Oval
State,
Office?
local, and federal
it's the
officials are standing
fake
side by
basement.
side.
So he's
Let me
not
repeat,
allowed in the Oval
No
anymore.
one should make the American people question whether their governments will make sure that this disaster when it strikes, they'll be there.
He does.
What,
We will.
Disaster? Disgaxter? Oh, jeez.
Yes. So the reason
It's
why
because of him.
yes.
It's because of you, old man. The people are so skeptical and cynical about their government. Yeah. It's because of your lies, your incompetence, the lies of your vice president. You have beaten us down to the point where we're ready to believe just about anything.
That's for sure.
Just about anything. We've been kicked in the head over and over and over. You got nobody to blame for this stuff but you. It is you. And those
There's
like
no
you
doubt about it.
in the government. And then you're trying to tell us, where's One America? What are you talking about?
That's rich coming from
What is
those.
this? Yeah.
That's rich coming from them.
What is this, 1940? No, there's not one America.
Mr. Division.
Jeez.
Mr. Divide and Mr. The MAGA people are bad.
Right.
And
Mr.
then the white supremacists
Trump
are bad.
is a threat to our very
Right.
existence.
But we're one America.
We're one America.
We're one America. And plus,
that's rich.
I love the fact that he's not allowed into the Oval Office anymore. That has to be true. There's just no way. The old man.
I mean,
has
what
to
is
go
he
to the
doing
fake
down there?
Oval.
What's he doing in the basement?
I don't know.
What is going on? Why is he there?
I don't know.
Why isn't he? Seriously, why is he not in the Oval Office?
I don't think
delivering
he's
that?
not allowed there.
not
He's
allowed.
there. He's not the president. I mean, he is the president, but he's not allowed there.
He's just the figurehead at this point.
Oh, is that this is the same briefing that Kamala was on? Only she wasn't with him.
Yes, this is the same briefing that she was on
because they were
Skype.
on this FEMA briefing and they busted Kamala. She's
and we had that.
Do
clip
we have the
that-
clip?
we had
Yeah.
the clip,
Okay. Go ahead. Play it.
Flood. We really got to watch those areas and those communities. So it takes quite a while for that water to drain.
Thank you very much.
Was she yawning?
Hey, Ken,
No, she
I have
was
a question
telling
for you.
people were talking in her
mentioned
ear, and she's like,
words
"That's all."
matter, and I know that.
She was talking to her earrings.
We really got to watch those areas and those communities. So it takes quite a while.
And again,
for that.
she's telling them how to speak.
We really got to watch those areas. And those communities.
Wait, what she says after?
Water to drain.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hey, Ken, I have a question for you. You mentioned words matter, and I know there's a lot of media following this briefing.
Yeah, she's telling them what they get. Words matter.
My gosh.
Words matter. They come from her. Come from her.
Wow.
This word salad. Words matter.
Wow.
Do they, Madam Vice President?
Again, it's because of them.
Holy cow.
That we are so skeptical of everything they say and do. You got nobody to blame but yourselves. 888-900-3393. More coming up.
We're live. This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. As we look forward to the weekend, who does Missouri have this weekend?
I think we play UMass.
UMass? What? Are they in the SEC now? It's SEC conference time, isn't it? We're deep into the Big 12 season here, my friend.
We are, but I think this
isn't
is...
the SEC?
Yeah, UMass. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have
UMass.
Auburn, Alabama.
Auburn, then Alabama. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good.
This weekend
That's a good
is
slate.
UMass. So if we don't beat UMass by 70, we'll be out of the top 25.
Yeah, no question. Yeah.
Any kind of showing of struggle against UMass
can't be tolerated.
25.
They
No,
should
that
just
cannot be.
stop the season. If they struggle
I don't
against
disagree.
UMass,
I don't disagree.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Fine.
You get the death penalty for that.
I would enjoy that more than watching them get their ass kicked.
Yeah. You know where BYU is right now, right? 14th. Moving right on up.
Good. Yeah, you just got to win.
Yeah. Just got to win.
Just
That's
gotta
right.
win.
That's exactly right.
Just gotta
if they win, they'll keep moving up. I mean, I think they will.
Which isn't really true because Missouri won and went down. But anyway.
But if they beat Arizona, I think they go up. Because Arizona beat Utah.
Arizona's been really good.
Yeah,
they beat Utah. They've been fun to watch, too. I've been watching some of their games because they're late on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
They've been fun
Did
to
you watch the game against Utah? They played really well.
Yeah, they kicked Utah's butt.
Then they lost last week to Tech.
They should have won that game, too.
Yeah. Big game this weekend. Go 6-0. Then Oklahoma State next week, 7-0. And then we'll see.
Oklahoma's a sleeper. Oklahoma State's a sleeper.
I know. I'm a little nervous about them. I mean, they're going to be a wounded animal by the time we get to them.
I know, and they are. But they always they're a tough team. They're always a tough team.
Yeah, they are. All right. So where were we going here? We had.
I don't know. I do want to play the.
from-
I want to play the. We can play Kamala or whatever you want, but I do want to get at some point to Peter Doocy bringing his receipts to the to the KJP.
Exactly what I wanted to see.
Disinformation.
Yeah, because they're liars. They're hideous liars.
Yes.
And Doocy called him on it, and she called it misinformation and disinformation.
Dangerous.
Said it was dangerous.
Yes.
He's like, I'm getting it from you guys. How
Right.
could it be misinformation? This is coming from your administration.
Yes.
What do you mean it's misinformation?
And that was the day that she wore the suit jacket.
Yeah.
I know that everybody's calling her KJ Capone now, which I love.
That's good.
I love. It's funny.
That's fun.
But he posted a video where he's like, no.
Good. Let's see it.
Peter Doocy here, outside the West Wing of the White House, where this week, one of my questions about foreign aid versus hurricane relief was called misinformation. President Biden is fond of saying, show me your budget and I will tell you what you value. If he's got money for people in Lebanon right now, without Congress having to come back, what does it say about his values? There's not enough money right now for
His
people
values?
in North Carolina who need it. That's not misinformation.
Wait, no, that is your whole premise of the question is misinformation, sir. What you do? Yes,
Which
it's misinformation.
I've got the information right here. The vice president is posting on social media about $157 million in additional assistance to the people of Lebanon.
Right.
President Biden is posting about how the Small Business Administration's disaster loan program is going to run out of funding if Congress does not come back. To a lot of people watching these briefings, a taxpayer dollar is a taxpayer dollar is a taxpayer dollar. That is not misinformation. That is a fact.
Right. Good for him. Good for him.
Thank you.
You could tell that really pissed him off.
Yes.
And it should.
That's not misinformation,
Right.
sir.
Right. Ma'am. Whatever you want to be called.
Sorry
I don't
to
know. Who
bother you there,
knows?
KJ Capone, but it's not misinformation.
What a ridiculous outfit. I mean, come on. It's just silly. There's a silent health threat affecting 1 in 3 Americans. You aware of that? An overworked, sluggish liver. That impacts weight, energy, focus, productivity, even your sleep. Worse, though, it can lead to heart problems. So our livers are bombarded daily with GMOs, microplastics, toxins, all kinds of stuff that are harmful. And a lot of it, you might not even know, is harmful to your liver. If you or somebody you know is feeling drained, sluggish, struggling to lose those stubborn extra pounds, let me recommend trying Liver Health Formula. This premium supplement contains 11 clinically proven botanicals designed to support and detoxify your liver, helping you feel more energized and revitalized. Liver Health Formula has already helped over 2 million people. Take Stephanie, for example. She says, in February 2022, I found out I had liver issues. After taking Liver Health Formula, 6 months later, I lost 20 pounds. My liver is healthier, and I cut sugar and carbs. Your results may vary, but Stephanie saw real benefits. Special offer for my listeners right now. You can try Liver Health Formula and get a free 1-month supply of nano-powered omega-3s with your order. Go to getliverhelp.com/Pat and claim your bonus gift. GetLiverHelp.com/Pat.
Pat Gray is Unleashed.
So is Kamala all done with her media blitz? She went to a bunch of different friendly places.
Oh, yeah.
She went to the Howard Stern show. Ooh, you're going to get some tough questions from that guy. She went to Stephen Colbert. She did 60 Minutes, which was probably the toughest of the bunch.
And they helped her immensely.
They did.
We played quite a number of
edited
clips from there, but they yes.
Her word salad to make her look better.
Yes.
Unbelievable. I mean, really unbelievable. And then there was somebody else, too. Where else did she go? The View. She went to The View. She visited the Coven on The View. And here were some of the remnants of her disastrous interviews. Among the most high-profile quips was her attempt to respond to a question from Bill Whitaker on 60 Minutes. If Prime Minister Netanyahu, if Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening to the administration. She said, well, Bill, the work we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
Oh,
what kind of not response is that? I mean, that you didn't say anything.
Weird.
Then she was asked, if China attacks Taiwan, will you use military force? She declined to answer directly, saying, I'm not going to get into hypotheticals, but we need to make sure, get this, that we maintain a one China policy.
Wait.
Well, okay, so you don't support Taiwan then? Do you know what the one China policy is? That means that you recognize Taiwan as part of China, right? Am I mistaken on that? I think the one China policy is you recognize Taiwan as part of China.
Right.
So how is that supporting Taiwan? Wow, that's crazy. Then Whitaker said, the reason most voters don't know you is that you have changed your position on so many things before listing fracking, Medicare for all, and loose immigration policies. Her response to that was, Bill, we are a diverse people. Geographically, regionally, in terms of where we are in our backgrounds, and what the American people do want is we have leaders who can build consensus. What? What? Okay, so we don't know where you stand because you've changed your position on everything because we're a diverse, geographically regional people?
Okay, well, I mean, she's not Joe Biden. Obviously, they're different people. So.
Oh, and she did say that too, right? Yeah, that's right.
We're different people. That's how we're different. Thank you.
And we were confused by that.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly, we thought they were the same person for a while.
But she cleared it up.
But she cleared that up. Yeah, so that's good because she did say she and Joe Biden are two different people. So if you, like we were, assuming they were the same person, you were incorrect.
Yeah, that's
in that assumption. That was an incorrect assumption. So if you're like Chelsea Handler and you thought the sun and the moon were the same entity, and that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were the same person.
Yeah.
No, you're wrong on both counts. You're wrong. So then he asked her, was it a mistake to loosen the immigration policies as much as you did? Her response to that was, it's a long-standing problem and solutions are at hand. From day one, we literally have been offering solutions. What I was asking was it a mistake to kind of allow that flood to happen in the first place? That's what he came back to her with. Then she said, the policies that we have been proposing are about fixing a problem, not promoting a problem. Wow, she's really good at not answering anything. Isn't she?
You know, it's almost, I know
there's not an answer to any of it.
Media blitz and everything, but really it feels like, why would she even do this? I mean, it's just silly because
she's been forced into it.
I know, but...
So she pretends to answer.
The less of her, the better.
Yes, for sure.
That clip with her, we didn't play it yesterday, but her on Colbert, I hope we still have it, where he has a beer with her.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Well, I think we have that, don't we?
Agonizing. And
here she is cracking open a beer, I think, on Colbert.
Colbert's, and let's be clear about this, too. Colbert is terrible.
Oh, my gosh.
So two terrible people together make terrible.
When you first became the nominee and named Tim Walz as your vice president nominee, people were calling it the vibe election. All the vibes were all good. But elections, I think, are won on vibes because one of the old saws is they just want somebody they can have a beer with. So would you like to have a beer with me so I can tell people what that's like? Okay. This was... Now, we asked ahead of time because I can't just be giving a drink to the Vice President of the United States without asking. You asked for Miller High Life. You asked for Miller High Life.
She asked for Miller.
I'm just curious.
Okay, the last time I had beer was at a baseball game with Doug.
Okay, so cheers.
What game was that? What game was that? Madam Vice President, what game?
Ooh.
Okay, they're cheering because she
Yeah,
sipped
it's like the
beer.
beautiful city of Milwaukee,
The
Wisconsin.
champagne of beers.
There you go.
And the cackling is back, which is great.
Sure is.
Yeah, that's.
Please keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts her.
I read a thing this morning where somebody from the Federalist, I think the editor at the Federalist, said, I am genuinely enjoying her media blitz right now, and I hope it never ends.
Okay, yeah,
because she's so terrible at all of these stops. Yes, keep it going. Keep showing up and having beers with late night talk show hosts.
We have another clip
Do
where
it.
it looks again that she's drunk, out of her mind. I think cut 24 on our
To
list.
the people of Florida,
Oh, yeah,
and
this-
in particular the people of the Tampa region, we urge you to take this storm seriously.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
she's
you.
good.
Is that what you're urging? Thank you.
She's good.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, that's that same press conference with FEMA where she ends up talking to her earrings. We're live right now. I'm live right now on the air. I'm live right now. Look, she's never done a live Zoom call. We're live right now.
Weird.
It's really
it's bizarre.
They're weird. The whole bunch of them.
Which
are
again,
weird.
that's exactly why they chose that word to describe J.D. Vance, because they are the weirdos and they try to attach everything they are to the opposition every single time.
Yep,
it's amazing. Well, fall is here, and with busy schedules, it can be tough to enjoy the cozy seasonal meals that you crave. That's where Factor steps in. With chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door, you get all the fall flavors without all the hassle. These fresh, never-frozen meals are fully cooked. You just heat them up and eat them in 2 minutes. Factor offers 35 options weekly, from gourmet plus to keto, calorie smart, vegan plus veggie. So there's something for everyone. And it doesn't stop at dinner. Factor also provides easy breakfasts, smoothies, and over 60-plus delicious add-ons to keep you fueled up all day. Factor meals are crafted to fit your lifestyle. Whether you're managing calories or maximizing protein, whatever it is you're doing, and they use premium ingredients like filet mignon and shrimp with no prep, no mess, just really delicious meals. Factor makes eating well really easy. So go to factormeals.com/Pat50, factormeals.com/Pat50. Use the promo code Pat50 and you'll get 50% off your first box. And then 20% off your next month. That's promo code Pat50 at factormeals.com/Pat50 for this limited time offer. Factormeals.com/Pat50.
Now, more of Pat Gray Unleashed.
So Hurricane Milton is the latest advisory has it off the coast, off the east coast of Florida. They're still, getting some outer band damage on the swing back around, but it's pretty much gone. It's on its way. I mean, Bermuda's going to get hammered in a couple of days.
So will it? Do they expect it to pick back up again? Right?
Yeah, it's still traveling at 18 miles an hour, which keeps picking up speed, and it's now 85 maximum sustained winds. So still,
but when it gets back over the ocean,
you believe that, but we've heard reports that the Atlantic has been cooling down, so we'll see what happens.
Maybe not then.
Yeah.
The laser is not that far enough, so we can't control it. Once it goes to the Atlantic, we can't control it. So
we've already lost control of it.
Yeah, we lost
whatever
control
it does now, it's on its own.
It's on its own.
Okay.
Yes.
So the green laser thing, we want to talk about that too on the weather situation.
Yes, I do.
Remember the lasers from China over Hawaii?
Yeah.
And all of that stuff. I mean, who knows? I don't know. Again, this is their doing because we don't get answers and we get lied to all the time.
Yes, we do.
They're lying sacks. We all know it. We have proven it multiple times. And so we don't believe the things they tell us.
It's very difficult.
And the more they come out and say, it's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. The more I tend to believe it.
I know. That's the first thing I did when I saw him.
With him
babble that
with
yesterday.
him getting all excited about it. Okay, yeah, that's probably true then.
Right.
I mean, they touched a nerve online, and he doesn't like it. That's where I go when that happens.
I know, and I'm sure, and I just thought of this too. I'm sure that the mapping of the country with the Chinese balloons had nothing to do with where these storms.
Yeah. Oh no.
How dare you even bring it up?
Yeah. How dare you?
Sorry.
How dare you? We don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
All right. So this Timmy Tom, Tampon Tim, has called for amnesty.
Yeah, he did.
For illegals.
Yep.
So.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
I mean, they need to get on the same page with their rhetoric here between he and Kamala, because I don't think they know what each other's stance is on this. But here he is. Cut 29.
This is what you want, and this is what we know. To enact an earned pathway to citizenship for those who've lived in this country for years.
No.
This issue should not divide us. It should unite us.
Oh, my gosh.
Sure should.
And it has.
It has.
It has united many of us.
About 80% of Americans don't believe in that. I think it's about 80% that don't want amnesty for illegals. You don't reward people who broke our law to begin with and continue to break our laws through not paying taxes or identity theft. You don't reward them with citizenship for that. But he wants to. So, I don't know. I think we're pretty united on not wanting that.
Yes.
What we are also united on is shut down the border right now. Okay?
Please.
That's the first step that needs to be taken. Shut down the border. Okay? Stop the flood of illegals, of criminal illegals, of drugs coming across, and anybody seeking asylum who doesn't really deserve asylum. All of it needs to be shut down. All of it. Build a wall. I mean, how many people want a wall built on the southern border now? Just about everybody.
Right.
I mean, even Democrats are in favor of that. Even Biden was saying, maybe we should build a wall on the border now. I don't know. And that's what he shut down on day one. One of the things he shut down on day one.
I mean, we have wall material rotting
right
at the border.
Right. So there's a new Trump ad out.
There is.
And is it a good one?
Oh, yes.
Let's hope this makes an impression. Here it is, cut 30.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
I stood there on the tarmac watching you check your watch.
The chaotic and deadly U.S. evacuation from Afghanistan stunned Americans and the world and cost the lives of 13 U.S. soldiers.
Would you have done something differently?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
More than 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been caught at the border and then released into the United States.
An Afghan national is in custody today after being accused of plotting an election day terrorist attack. The suspect entered the U.S. on a special immigrant visa.
Gut-wrenching new details in the murder of Georgia nursing student Laken Riley. The illegal immigrant suspect, who cops say committed the heinous murder, is a Venezuelan national who crossed the unsecured southern border back in 2022. Two men investigators say are in the country illegally from Venezuela are charged with capital murder in the death of Jocelyn Nungaray.
A fifth illegal immigrant accused of attacking two New York City police officers over the weekend showed no remorse or regret.
Would you have done something differently?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
Only 18% say the economy is in excellent or good condition.
US inflation has hit a new 40-year high, increasing by 9.1% over the financial year.
The cost of homes have spiked. Home buyers need to earn 80% more than they did in 2020 to afford a house.
Were you the last person in the room? Yes.
Wow. That's good.
That's good.
That's really good.
That's good. That should be airing before every NFL game this weekend.
Please. Do they have any money?
So I don't have to see
in the coffers?
Kamala ads.
Yeah, that's all I see are Kamala ads when I'm watching football.
And the time selection of when those ads air are not cheap either. Because, I mean, they're just before the beginning of the game, just after the beginning tease.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's where everybody's there.
Yeah. And I just read this morning where she's raised $1 billion.
Oh, my gosh.
$1 billion. She's hit that mark. Oof. Who is giving her a dime?
I don't know.
How dumb do you have to be to contribute to her campaign? Wow. But they're trying to make this, they're trying to really hammer Trump on this new book that has come out by
Bob Woodward.
Bob Woodward.
Yeah.
Of the Woodward and Bernstein team.
Yeah, Mr. Journalist.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of that in the Fat Five today, which we didn't get to, and we can absolutely talk about it. But my favorite part of that whole thing was they asked J.D. Vance about it.
Yeah.
At one of his rallies in Detroit.
We're going to have to play that in overtime.
Okay,
but
let's get to it. It's awesome.
Yeah, so it is great. It is great because they're making a big deal out of the fact that supposedly Trump and Putin have talked on the phone.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, okay. If they're trying to make something out of that.
He is the former president of the United States. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah, I do know
we had
that.
reports of John Kerry talking to world leaders.
Right, all the time.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.